My name is Celeste Street, and this is my video summary of land and sea tidal power. So there is a topic of discussion, and the main question of the video is how to harvest energy from the tides without harming the ecosystems. Harnessing the power from the tides can produce clean renewable energy, which is the whole point of trying to find other energy sources. By doing this, they create turbines to help produce electricity. So they need the power from the tides to be able to collect energy from turbines. But people who live on the shore where the tides are used to collect energy, people that live on the shore, they worry about how their day-to-day lives are going to go, how this is going to impact their lives and the ecosystem around them. It said that the higher the tides, the more energy can be collected. So the Bay of Fundy is an area where they try to collect a lot of energy because the tides are relatively high. Tidal generating station near a river in 1984 is the first and only American dam that forces water through a turbine. Another part was successfully generating power, but the negativity or the negative impacts that it has on the environment. So one of those is a decline in fish and how these man-made machines and things like that in the water leads to a decline in the fish, but that also is harmful for the people that live there that rely on the fish as a main food source and a main way to help boost their economy. The Midas Passage, it's these bigger turbines that either they rest on the seafloor or they rest on the surface of the ocean, and they collect data that way. But they conducted experiments seeing what the sea life how they would react to these turbines, and how if it harmed them, if it was turned on or if it was turned off, and how they swam around and just things like that. But the strong currents, it's difficult to collect the data. So the stronger the current, it's hard for the turbine to stay in place, but it also is hard for them to pick up and collect the energy and the data from around the turbine. So with that being said, they need to create different designs, and they need to create more prototypes to be able to tell which turbines can stand strong currents and can handle these weather difficulties. A quote that is said in there is that there is a potential future if there is no risk to the environment. So there's a potential future with these turbines and this tidal energy harvestation, but with that, it cannot harm the environment, because the whole point of finding alternative energy sources is to help protect the planet and to help boost the environment again, because of the harmful fossil fuels and the harmful things that are being put into the environment from other energy sources. So if this whole process is going to harm the environment, then there's no point of doing it. Another thing with this is money, because it's very expensive to build these turbines. It's expensive to keep them moving, and if they don't produce enough power or produce something that actually works, then it's just a waste of money because they're so expensive to build. Once again, fishermen, they worry about how the turbines will mess with their future, because the fish they're reliant on the fish for their income, for their economy, for their day-to-day lives, and if they think these turbines can potentially alter that, then their whole lives are going to change. Other views say the turbine will have no effect on the fish. So with researchers, they believe that it will have no effect, and that the fish can potentially swim around it or just stay away from things like that. But people that are reliant on the fish, they fear how their lives will change. Scientists still don't know about the large turbines' effects on the environment. They're still experimenting, and they're still concluding about how these turbines can last in different areas and different weather climates and different current changes. So they don't know how a large turbine would be in an environment. But all turbines use sonar to monitor marine life. So a reason why they believe that it won't harm the fish is because it uses sonar and it can pick up any marine life around. And so that could potentially help marine life and keep them safe from the turbines if there's any issue with that. And yeah, so the people, they believe that their life will change and that it'll harm the fish, but the researchers believe that it won't.